deadline or leading up to the trading deadline was Dwight Howard and where he would end up going.
The trade that didn't go down.
And that's what I was saying. And we all found out he ended up staying in Orlando. So all that list about going to Dallas, New Jersey, Lakers, Clippers, Chicago, Miami, all these teams he put in his wish list, he ended up staying, which is kind of weird because the whole year he's like, I wanted to get traded, and then the day before he's all like, the Magic gotta roll the dice, and then 24 hours later, I want to stay here because I want to be loyal.
I don't understand Dwight Howard. LeBron, okay, it's clear that Dwight doesn't want to be in Orlando, but he doesn't. He has to save face because the Magic are actually a good team this year. Yeah. LeBron had the decency to turn his back on the team and then not look back and not, just shut the door right there and then. But Dwight Howard is going through the motions, saying he wants to play here, he doesn't want to play here, changed his opt-out clause, wants to opt out, doesn't want to opt out. Make up your mind, Dwight Howard. Nobody wants to hear about this. You put a serious dent on the trade deadline. The trade deadline that had many other deals that were very significant, and you basically led people nowhere. People were talking for no reason. I don't understand.
I don't know. We went from the decision to the indecision with Dwight Howard. I mean, I don't know. I think he doesn't want to be the bad guy. He's like LeBron. LeBron doesn't want to be looked upon as the bad guy. And Dwight knew that. He knew what LeBron went through and how LeBron was treated, how people booed him and nobody liked him. And I think Dwight's a sensitive guy. I don't think he wanted to be disliked. I think he wanted everybody to like him. Because that's the thing, that's his personality. He's very outgoing, very smiling and everything like that. And I don't think, he didn't want nobody to boo him and say, you're a bad guy for leaving Orlando. So at the end of the day, he said, what? I'm going to stay in Orlando where I could be loved. He's a big fish in a small pond. And I think that's exactly what he is a big fish in a small pond.
And we need to talk about that press conference that he had. That was the most awkward press conference.
He didn't seem happy. You did not seem happy,
He was
Dwight.
the most dejected guy there.
Come on, Dwight. Look happy. You're staying at home. Look happy. You're in Disney World. Be happy.
You have the third best team in the Eastern Conference, and you're pretty locked into that position at this moment, right? I mean, there's absolutely no enthusiasm. This team has a serious chance at upending a few teams in the Eastern Conference playoffs, and you just don't want to be there. Players want to win, and the Magic have put you in a pretty decent position to win this year,
right.
And you're paying him back by not wanting to play there. I don't understand.
I don't know, but the good thing is we could do this again next year, because then he becomes a free agent unless he signs an extension. So yeah, thank you, Dwight. We're gonna do this again next year. What's more interesting is Chris Paul becomes a free agent next year too. So thank you, Dwight, for making this last another year of your indecision, where we're gonna get another list of 10 other teams you want to go play for.
And when you make up your mind, you can go ahead and have an exclusive interview here. How about that? On Personal Foul.
On Personal Foul. No indecision, Dwight. Make up your mind. Pick one spot you want to play in.
But Dwight Howard wasn't the only news that on this trade deadline, aside from the Lakers. There were a couple teams that made a few key moves.
Sure.
We have San Antonio trading for Steven Jackson, Portland gutting their team.
That came out
for
surprise.
no particular reason.
Yeah.
Well, decent reason. And then the Milwaukee Bucks, who basically swapped Bogut for Monta Ellis. So, anything stand out to you, Isaac?
Well, Captain Jack, I mean, he's been with the Spurs before. He played good with them. He likes Popovich. Duncan likes Steven Jackson. But I don't know how much Steven Jackson has left in the tank. And he's been injured throughout his career, especially now he's coming off an injury. So I don't know how much he has left in the tank with that team. So it's a good pickup if he's Steven Jackson of old, but I don't know how much he has left. But then with Portland, I mean, come on, I feel bad for Portland Trailblazers fans though, because they've been through a lot.
It's the curse of Bowie.
I don't know. I mean, giving up, passing on Jordan, passing on Durant, Greg Golden being hurt, Nate McMillan gets fired. They trade everybody away, and now they're gonna go for the lottery. So it's sad to see Portland fans go through this, but it's the nature of the beast.
I for one didn't understand the Milwaukee trade. You have Brandon Jennings and Monta Ellis on the same team.
It's a duo. It's a scoring duo.
It's a scoring duo that won't give up the ball. I mean, Ersan Ilyasova and Drew Gooden are having pretty decent seasons. They're shooting the ball at a higher clip.
Drew Gooden was named the Eastern Conference Player of the Week.
So. How is he going to get the ball with Monta Ellis?
Rebounds.
It doesn't make sense. And for somebody that has Drew Gooden on their fantasy team, it's not going to work out, I don't think.
I don't know, you can get rebounds though. Monte Ellis and Brandon Jennings miss shots. So.
Yeah, and they'll miss their fair share of shots, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, so it should be interesting to see how these trades affect going forward in the playoffs, which I think for San Antonio is only about that. This trade was made to help them better the chances in the playoffs. The other two teams, I don't know what Portland is doing. Portland, I think, is going for the draft again, and Milwaukee, I don't know what you're doing. I think you want fans to go to your games. I don't know. I don't understand that. I don't understand the. If you thought Stephen Curry and Monte Ellis weren't a good duo,
now you have two
guys actually want to score in Jennings and Monte Ellis. So
yeah, and there were other minimal trades. You had the Houston Rockets pick up Marcus Camby, and they're on the outside looking in as far as the playoffs are concerned. And that makes them a better team, I think, overall. I think they picked up Derek Fisher, as a way of maybe solidifying their playoff run, but he didn't want to play there, so
they bought him out. The New Jersey Nets traded a good draft pick for Gerald Wallace, who's a free agent after this season.
Very underrated player.
Yeah, but I don't understand that either, though, because if Gerald Wallace ends up leaving, you give up a potential lottery pick for a guy who's in the league who might not convince Darren Williams to stay. So I don't really understand that trade, but
yeah,
I don't know what New Jersey's thinking.
And Minnesota decided to stick with Michael Beasley.
Yes. You cost us Derek Fisher, Minnesota. You cost us Derek Fisher.
If Kupchak would have sealed the deal on that trade, I think that would have really made the case for him being one of the better GMs in the league. The Lakers would have been set
I think you had tell the fans what the trade was that was being proposed, or what was going on. I mean, the trade basically was set up. It was a 3-team trade between Portland, the Lakers, and Minnesota. The Blazers were going to give up Crawford to Minnesota. The Lakers were going to give up Blake to Portland, and the Lakers were going to get Beasley. And it said that going into the trade deadline, they were in serious talks, but at the end, Minnesota ended up backing out of the trade. They decided not to go that way.
12 minutes before the deadline. Seconds before the deadline.
So because of that deal broke down so late into the deadline, the Lakers had to hurry up, put a package together for Jordan Hill, and that's how Fisher got traded. Because if Minnesota stays with that trade, the Lakers get rid of Steve Blake, they get Michael Beasley, and they get Sessions, and we keep Derek Fisher. So we solidify the 3 spot and our point guard position, and we save money, which has been great.
People wonder why Laker fans come up with crazy trade propositions.
Because Mitch Kupchak can make it happen. That's
Mitch Kupchak makes this kind of stuff happen. They're literally this close to acquiring Michael Beasley.
Yeah, so thank you, David Kahn. You ruined Derek Fisher for us. You took him away. But I still feel bad for Minnesota, though. They lost Rubio, and they have Berea and Kevin Love going at it in the bench. So that team's falling apart.
All right, so it's going to be interesting to see how these trades, it's going to be interesting to see what the significance of these trades going forward.
Yeah, and how many of these teams in the playoffs, and we'll see if any GMs lose their jobs because of this. So Otis Smith, thank Dwight Howard, because you still have a job at least for another year.